G'day guys, Ninja and Blake here today. Today we're going to work on Blake's hip. So can you tell us a little bit about your hip, man? What's going on?
So for I guess like a bit of a backstory is for a while I've had a bit of a limitation in my internal rotation with this hip here, so being able to turn the femur inward. So I'm working on improving it, but I've just got a bit of an awareness of like just some discomfort sort of felt around the top of the femur. You'd be able to feel this on yourself if you like, and the top of my hip. So just it's a pretty smallish area, but really just in sort of that crease area.
Just here?
Go a little bit more there. Yep.
All right, so Blake just showed me exactly where he was feeling it. So we're using the body's intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to sink in. I've got to push in a little bit with the thumb, get a connection. How's that?
It's good.
Not
It's
too
nice.
much? Yeah. So yeah, we kind of don't want to go too much, too fast. So we're just going to hold it in there for a bit and kind of let that melt down. So let that kind of, Blake get used to it really in a way, kind of the blood get flowing. He kind of knows that I'm not a threat. I'm not going to hurt him. Hopefully he's getting those sort of vibes and can kind of tune into the sensation. So you want it to, it's sort of like a pain. There's a pain there, but you want to recognize it as a good pain that's therapeutic. And I'm just going to just explore a few angles.
Go up a little bit.
That way?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just went up that way a little bit, just angled. I just probably on the same spot on his body. So we chose to do a bit of a treat in a different way today, so innovating a little bit. So this is a seated position where a lot of people actually experience the tightness, the stuckness, because they're driving, they're at the office chair, they're on the couch, they're sitting, eating. So we're sitting a lot. So it just sort of makes sense to try and treat every now and then in that position where they experience the block, the pain. So we can kind of hit exactly where it is. And what we're going to do here as well is Blake, now we're in here a bit, Blake can start to move. Okay, so he can do that external rotation or internal rotation isn't of the femur. Oh. Yeah, and when he gets back there, I can really feel it pushing back into my thumb. So I can kind of hit the spots that he needs to get where he kind of is experiencing that lack of range and things like that. So can really get on it and like we can work together. And then that's a really important point. Like, I'm like a massage tool and like Blake can kind of sense, he's got this really intelligent information he's getting, the pain, the sensation. So he can kind of work with that, So if he wants to really push into it, he can, or if he needs a little break, he can kind of get into a spot where it's not so intense.
It's good as soon as I just get that little bit of a push into it. It's nice.
I can really feel it too. I can feel that. Yeah, I'm kind of sensing where I want to push into. I can feel and where I need to open it up. It's kind of I'm just trying to tune in and read what it's telling me to do. Just change an angle here a bit.
Yeah, it's good.
Like that. Give it a wiggle.
So a little bit of an unconventional setup, but we tried to make it work so they'd be able to get some movement happening there.
Yeah, so just move again. And I think there was 2 spots that we want to kind of look at, didn't we? So that's kind of one. There's another one a bit higher.
So now I'd say it feels like it's more TFL.
Yeah. So I might give the left thumb a break and get the right one in. And I can pull this out a little bit so you can kind of see where I am. So it's just underneath that lip there. So just give that a little. So yeah, the other thing you notice too, we're just working through clothes. So that's another important point to remember. Like you don't always have to strip right off to get work done. Clothes are just another layer of skin really. Yeah. And with our technique, we're really focused on pinning a lot of times too. So we don't actually have to glide across the skin. We can do scoops by just changing angle. Yeah. So where it needs it, you can work it like that. So I can feel maybe down into that way a little bit more. So pushing down, I can feel where the muscles are pushing back into my thumb, what direction they're going in. So if I just push down into that, Blake's feeling it there, like that.
Bit of curry in there. I'm sweating.
Yeah. So now I'm in there a bit. Blake can start to explore a little bit. So even just pulling his toes up and down, I can feel there's a little bit of activation in there. So it might be just as minor as that, just a little bouncing of his feet. But then he can maybe lift his knee up or straighten his leg out, or just different things like that might activate little things a little bit. Yeah, the internal, external rotations. You can we might be able to hit on different fibres, different parts of that joint that need to be worked and opened up. So I'm going to push across more. I'm pushing across that way a little bit more because I intuitively felt like doing that. And I got him. Got him a good one. All right. So yeah, just sort of following our intuition, be guided, guide each other where we want to work and how fast we want to work. Hectic. So
there we go.
Hip flexors is one of those spots I get treated a bit, and I don't actually have awareness in everyday life that I've got anything going on there. There's never any pain. I always feel good. But then as soon as people work into these areas, like it's just the pain that's elicited is just pretty intense. And but then what you realise after you have treatment like this, like your whole body starts to work better. Like you start to walk better, you run better, you sprint, sprinting better. But just lifting and moving, it's just sort of, there's just a more of an ease, and you don't have any awareness of that necessarily before. Some people might have a real awareness, strong awareness that their hips are really stuck and tight and things, but a lot of people don't. And then you get it treated and it's like, oh, this is so cool. You just,
especially if they've been stuck for a while.
Yeah.
Like your normal, your default sort of comes down a bit, and so like people are moving around and their hips are probably just moving as this like whole unit.
Yeah.
And then when you work on these areas, they start to move separately.
Yeah, it's just that you don't have comparison, do you? Your normal is might be shit. You don't know that your normal is shit. And then you get a little bit of work done. Someone starts exploring an area for you, and then things change. So you run faster, or you lift heavier, or you just less pain. So, like the opposite side of your body, lower back or somewhere else on your body might be implicated by something that's really stuck in another area. So, so I might just go a little bit more around there. See if I can get into the inside of that.
Yeah.
Tendon there. Yeah.
Just there.
Yeah, I'll hold that a bit for you, man. So this is the way it works. You just sort of slowly, methodically, thoroughly work on things, and they clear out. So, yeah. How's it feeling now, man?
Pretty good. Like I got a thumb in there.
It starts off intense, and then it kind of just lessens a lot. And I'm probably bearing in harder, as well. So it just shows that you can make changes in the body, and you can create more function and healing as well. I'm just going to come out slowly. And you can move again, see how that feels.
Give it a bit of a shake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely was pretty intense to start off with.
Yeah.
I know, you might be able to see
a bit of sweat.
Bit of sweat on there.
Yeah.
But it eased off a lot.
Yeah.
So.
How's it feeling?
Yeah, feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely the limiting factor, was that internal rotation.
Yeah.
There's some time where I wish I had documented it, but I was probably about there, and I'd get pain in the front of the hip.
Yeah.
And I guess to add on to that, like hip impingement, that's a pretty clear sign of hip impingement, and so many people end up getting surgery for it, which might be unnecessary if you work on these sort of things.
Yeah. Deep tissue treatment and exercise rehab, and even just the basics like getting bare feet and walking better can change things. And start to squat, start to do the things we were meant to do. You know, squatting and hinging well. You know, just the real basic stuff. But you can get some really massive gains from doing that better.
Yeah.
Just move. Movement is medicine.
Move more.
Yeah. Move well. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting our channel. Remember to like, subscribe, share the videos around. Have a look at the links below. Lots of courses in there that you might be interested in. If you want to do this kind of work, that's our premier course, I suppose. Like Aaron and I mentor people how to treat like this. So yeah, have a look at it. But there's plenty of others as well. Fitness and fix it yourself. So
Cool.
thanks for your support.
Thanks, man.
Done.